Good morning. This is Cecil and Blues. Thank you for joining me back at the estate. We are going to continue our journey through Darkest Dungeon's Crimson Court. Over the weekend, we were able to finally defeat the Baron, which has unlocked the next wing of the Crimson Court, and much to my surprise, cleared away all of our vampire-infected soldiers, which I guess makes sense. That's how vampires work, right? You kill the head vampire, you cure your own vampirism. Also, what I learned was that the invitations that we had to fight the Baron in his domain do not carry over, so we need to start collecting new invitations if we want to enter the next area. But that new area is also a level 5 dungeon, so we won't be going there right away anyway. What I've decided to do today is take a team of a man-at-arms, a highwayman. We're going to let Punk out. He hasn't been used in quite some time. It was quite expensive to get him buffed up. We'll talk about that in, I guess, a little second here. And Shiro also hasn't seen much active duty. So we're going to take these guys out. We're going to go into the Weald, which will give us this immunity mask for leper, which is an alright trinket, and the Caregivers Convention, which will allow us to treat our units for free. Speaking of treating our units, is there anyone who has any diseases? No. How about people at the top end here? Like Houdini here, like, maybe we should work at... Yeah, like this, tuckered out, that needs to go, and that's expensive to get rid of, so maybe we don't get rid of that right now, so we'll save that. Caregivers Convention, that's going to be important, but for right now, let's get rid of his slow reflexes. That's a little bit cheaper. Is there anyone else we want, because we got to start treating with diseases, and we finally have money, so that's a good thing to do. Known cheats, not a problem. Nervous, though, that is a problem, so we'll go ahead and treat that. Fantastic. Warning, current contagion level in this facility is none. Oh, okay, that's what this means. So if you've got people in these facilities, alright, I get it. I understand. Okay, it cost us, we had about 52,000 at the start of this week. And so that we've spent quite a bit of money, and most of that was spent outfitting this particular team of heroes. So none of them better die. They are quite the investment. So going on this mission, this could save us a lot of money in treatment costs. So I don't think that it's a bad investment. We will take food because I like it. We're gonna take 12 torches. We don't need to take any blood with us. Nobody's a vampire. 2 keys. That's probably alright. We'll do 3 shovels. And we're in the Weald, so we should probably take some anti-venom. We do have 1 thing of medicinal herbs. That's probably fine. Let's take a couple of bandages as well. Maybe we'll find some cobweb-covered tree trunks that will allow us to go forward. So how was everyone's weekend? I had guests, which is why we pre-recorded a few episodes, and that was a good time. We hung out, we talked, there were board games that were played. It was good to have guests, but they are gone now, and I can focus once again on playing video games, which is what I like doing. I also took the opportunity this weekend to... What do we have to do in this one? Gather 3 medicines. Alright, well let's loot this here. What I also did this weekend was I took the opportunity to get OBS Studio working, which is not what I had been using. I had been using the old OBS for quite some time, and so I think I've got this working with the proper audio setup. Every time I had tried to set it up before, it wouldn't work right. I couldn't get video to display, or I couldn't... Didn't I throw this away? Did I throw something else away by accident? Oh man, I'm going to feel foolish if that's the case. 90% disarm or 80% disarm. We'll go ahead and let our highwaymen do that disarm. But I think I've got it working now. It means we also have an audio filter up, so maybe some of the background noise is missing. If that was something you could hear in the playback, I couldn't, and that must just be how my audio setup works. And I know that that is very different for different people, depending on the type of headphones you use, or whether you listen on speakers or headphones, and just the quality of that product. So hopefully this is a good audio balance that is working well. If it's not, please let me know. I obviously I've listened to it back myself, and it seemed all right. Seemed clear. I know that if I move a little bit too far back from the microphone, it actually like really spaces out quickly now because of the new audio filters that are built into the software. And so we'll try and avoid that. We'll try and stay right on the mic here and keep a nice, crisp, clean audio. We are getting a ton of scouting. We are also getting a lot of... is that quest location? That's a curio. I might go around this because we've got a whole bunch of obstacles. And I don't want to get stuck in a position where we are not able to enter into an area without getting stress. So we'll go around here. We'll go through this hallway, which has something we can put medicinal herbs in. Alright, he's going to try and access it automatically. I was ready for that. So we got extra food. Sometimes that's money, though. Ooh, okay, we surprised them. I am going to light our torch. One of our guys has got the solar bracelet, so we don't want to let our torch be below 75 while we're fighting. This is the first time we're using a jester for a while. He's got bleed trinkets, and we can do stress relief with him if he's got nothing to do. Right, his current setup, he doesn't. If there's not something in position 2 or 3, he won't have an attack. We are going to trigger retribution immediately because our highwayman does so much damage with that. Abyssal artillery seems all right at this point. We could weakening curse as well. And then we'll duelist advance. This is a 3-point bleed, so that is dead. We should try and kill this unit. And we did successfully. We have 2 ripostes up, which should allow us to hopefully get some return damage back on the ghoul. It did not work out. Instead, he threw the stun bomb at our occultist. So not a lot of great work here. We'll do slice off, increase that bleed damage. He's now bleeding for 7 damage a turn, and then we can probably finish him off with point blank shot. Not quite. Not quite. And he's going to skull toss again into the back row. Alright, the stun landed. Let's go ahead and put Defender up back there. And if we have the opportunity, I was going to say we could heal. But we did not have that opportunity. So instead, we'll march forward. Nothing else in this hallway. We have a trap in the next hallway. We have nothing in the room, though. That was an empty room. We'll head east. And in the east hallway here, we've got a trap. We got to bring our torchlight back up. And it looks like our highwaymen will be disarming again. 90% chance. I think we're fine there. We don't have the medicinal herbs to deal with this, so we'll pass over it in case we maybe find some in the future. And then the question is, do you want to try and check out this curio and then backtrack? I'd say we're fine. We still got camping to do, so it's okay to build up just a little bit of extra stress. It was a box, and inside that box was nothing, so I would say that was a waste of our time. And you can get ambushed when you're backing up like this, I believe. I'm trying to remember now if I've actually been ambushed, or if I'm just reacting to, like, the things the characters say while they're backing up, that they're worried about being ambushed. I am uncertain at this point. You know what I haven't seen? I haven't seen any of our buddies from the Bloodsucker group yet. We've only had 1 fight, but still. More journal pages, which I believe you don't need to take back with you according to comments. So hopefully I'm right about that. I would rather have loot anyway.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
Still not a lot of combat here, and we haven't started to find our quest items yet. This is actually a fairly small map considering what we have to do here. There's a hunger check, which is not going to be a problem for this team, I'll tell you what. We'll probably wind up throwing food away at some point, just because we have so much of it. Oh, there we go, got the light up, means there's no combat in here. More scouting, okay, well. Quest location, finally. We'll probably camp in that room then. We're still doing fine for basically everything, so this is just a torch spot, and then we'll have combat in the next square. Okay, well that's some pretty easy combat. We've also surprised them, so I would say we... Ooh, nice shot there, punk. We'll let the man-at-arms deal with that then, and then maybe Wicked Slice, or we might as well do that. Didn't quite get the kill. We'll have to hope Weakening Curse does it. Nice job. Good job, Shiro. Some people can be relied upon. Make sure to put it... yeah, I'm a little bit hesitant to move. Riposte is so good to get up early, though, that I want to do that from the second position instead of doing point-blank shot as an opener. So here's our medicinal bag. I think they're just going to be the quest item in here, right? Yeah. And then we'll camp. And we'll eat a full load of food since we're overflowing, why not? And then we can do some stress relief, maybe, on there. Instruction will be increased dodge and speed. Oh, whoops, I did maintain equipment, I didn't mean to. But I don't think it matters. We can also clean guns. One companion, reduce stress, that could be good. But we kind of want an unspeakable commune to prevent nighttime ambush. Ooh, you know, maybe not. Maybe we turn back time and we risk the nighttime ambush. We're a pretty strong team. I'm not actually concerned about it. So we got a couple of buffs going. We'll see if we get ambushed. We did get ambushed. That's... okay. It shouldn't... We should be fine. Remember, we chose to do that to get his stress reduced by 30. So, maybe that was a bad decision. We can go for stuns, or we can go for defender, or retribution even. Let's retribution. Get that up. And then we will duelist advance as well. We should be able to pick up this kill. We may be able to pick up a second one. We did. Okay, I made the right choice there. I'm happy with that. But that is going to... well, that seems unfair. That just seems cruel. Let's start working on this since we can't reach the stress dealer in the back. Okay, yeah, this is... Battle Ballad will increase everyone's... Okay. I'm seeing that there's like a combo situation going on with the Jester now that I had not noticed was present before. I'm fine with that. So now we just have to deal with Towering Ectoplasm. We could Sacrificial Stab it, which is not going to kill it. And we can also Weakening Curse. So let's do that. And then maybe we can go for a stun on it. That was a successful stun, so I'm okay with that. And then we can Duelist Advance to get Riposte back. And we'll Battle Ballad since everyone's stress is down around 10. And... Riposte is down. I'm actually going to try and get the kill here, though. Nope, that's not going to work. So we'll hit him, which did almost no damage. Ah, yeah. And that's going to spawn an ad. Alright, we'll kill him first. Didn't quite get the job done. So let's battle ballad a little bit more. Let's do this advance, get the kill, and then a rampart for this kill.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
So, was it the right call? I don't know if it was a good decision. Our stress is definitely, more unified, so most of that stress relief was taken care of. Our health is fine, so, but it counted for one of our battles, for our buffs. So I guess it'll kind of depend on what else we see here. We don't have any holy water, so we don't have anything to cleanse this totem with. Let's skip over it. There was nothing else in this hallway that we had predicted. We can safely move into the next area without our torch running out. And there's another one of our medical bags. So medical supplies number 2 acquired. We have scouting again. Hopefully it's, I'm hoping for a 2. We got a 2-banger. Good deal. Quest location, there's our last quest location. So depending on what we encounter in this hallway, we may be able to pick that up and then continue to explore the rest of the area. Alright, looks like Slice Off is our answer, since this is a 2-column enemy and he's right there in the center. Let's set up Retribution right away. And I don't think healing's necessary, so we'll drop down that and follow it up with a riposte that... yeah, I mean, I didn't think I'd get those, but these guys are going to kill themselves because Flurry of Claws is going to trigger 2 ripostes. Yeah, very nice. This guy, though, is probably going to attack... Oh, he howled. Thank you. Oh. Oh, it doesn't trigger a counterattack. That I didn't expect. I was certain that would trigger a counterattack. Alright, this dude is almost dead. Let's... Well, that wasn't good. And he bled himself. Darn. Rend, though, will trigger the riposte, get the kill. What can we take with us? We cannot currently carry the citrine. Now this is why I shouldn't have healed. I've got so much food on me that's what I should have done. There we go. So everybody gets food. We'll take the citrine with us. And... oh, there we go. We have a use for our bandages. Oh, everyone got stressed. Bandages. Extra citrine, extra gold. Oh, it overflows our gold. So what do you abandon? I say we abandon our... We could possibly still have a use for both shovels and keys, because we can't see what the last hallway is. So let's get rid of the anti-venom to take the jade, which is worth 375. The gold... I'm thinking you leave the gold for right now. Because we could get a hunger check, so we want a stack of food. The bandages could come in handy. No, we're going to throw away the bandages. I think that was mechanically the right decision. We surprised these guys. Harvest.
Well struck.
Was a good crit. That's bleeding for 3, so it'll be dead in 2 turns. I'm okay with that. I kind of want to put up Defender right away, even though it robs us from a round of riposte. And then we finish this with Abyssal Artillery. That's going to get us 2 kills, I think. Didn't quite accomplish one of them. And that's why I wanted to put up Defender right away, is to absorb as much of that damage as possible. Okay, Embrace the Dark did not trigger a riposte. I find that unfair. And then we can finish her off and increase the bleed on the giant. So he's now bleeding for 6 damage a turn, which is a fine amount to be bleeding for. We'll put up Retribution. And then we'll put a heal on him. Not a great heal, but good enough. Tree Branch Smackdown a second time. Deals a ton of damage. That was very good. We can increase this bleed more. Up to 10 damage. And with the point blank shot, that should be the end of him. Alright, so the gold was a good option there, because otherwise we would have thrown away those bandages right there to get the 800 gold. So, you know, we picked up the extra gold as a result. Now the question is, what do we do with this medical bag? I am thinking I'm going to leave this here for now and come back for it after we've explored the rest of the area. So like this torch, we're just going to burn this straight from here.
The path is clear.
And there'll be combat coming up. Still just barely at the right light level. We can harvest. Did that get that kill? It did not quite get that kill. I'm going to put Defender up in the back row. Let's riposte that thing to death. Ooh, we are just not having luck, are we? Okay. This will die in 2 turns. This has to take another action, so we'll kill that. As far as action economy goes, that was the right choice. Also, the fact that we dodged that is cool. Grave Nibble gets redirected. He now has 2 diseases. A good thing we're triggering that caregivers convention, yeah? Harvesting. This will still only hit the middle guy, so we'll do Slice Off instead. It's got a higher bleed stack. And then a point blank shot, which does alright damage, but not great. Howl probably not going to dodge this with everyone again. That drops our light level, though. Let's try and heal our man-at-arms. That's a pretty good number right there. And then I think we just go for the kill here. Good. Alright. Picked up more gold. We have portraits that don't fit currently in our inventory. We have to ask ourselves what is worth throwing away. We don't know what's in this last hallway still. So I think what we do is we burn our last torch. And then we throw that torch away. The remaining 2 torches, we're just throwing them. We're going to risk a little bit of low light shenanigans. And yeah, it looks like we would not have needed either the keys or the shovel. So now we have things that we can easily throw away. We keep surprising the enemy, which is very beneficial for us. And we can cleave these 2. Very good. This Abyssal Artillery is going to do 5 to 9 damage. Not going to put it in death's range. Weakening Curse only reduces its damage. Let's do the tentacles there. I think that's the better choice. Maybe we can rampart this guy? Go for the stun. And then we can use Duelist Advance to finish the occultist off. I think we might want to look at stress reduction here. Yeah, that howl's still coming up. We have goofed here by creating by making it so point blank shot can't hit. But I would say not too bad. Here we're going to reduce stress on our gentleman friend, whose stress is still building. Can we get a second stun? I find it unlikely. Oh, well, right there. Oh, no, right, because there was a turn in between. So the stun was absolutely nailable. And that gives us a chance to do a little bit more stress relief before we go for the kill. He only has 7 hit points left. He's not bleeding for that much, but it's easy to do that much damage. Alright, well, as I said, we no longer need shovels. We no longer need keys. What else don't we need? At some point, we're going to have to, like, the food is the last thing we don't need. So right now we're deciding, do we want another stack of gold? Or do we want these these heirlooms? Another stack of gold. We're going to throw away the jade. We're going to risk the idea that we will not get another jade. Oh, alright, he's going to touch this, which actually was alright. Warren's Adventurer, sure, fine. Oh, he was, now he's maxed out. He's got a lot of positive traits. Traits. A lot of positive traits there on Punk. Now with our light level low, our occultist is going to be having some negative side effects because of his trinket. And we don't have anywhere to put that in our inventory, so... But I think we'll be fine.
Another one falls.
These guys are bleeding, but not quite bleeding to death. That might get a kill, but where we're probably going to get a higher run for our money is trying to get 3 damage done there. And then try and pick up that kill. Alright, so the one spider gets to act, but it will die on its second turn. And it missed on its first turn, so hey, no skin off our nose. It might as well have been dead. We can reduce a little bit of stress. I used the wrong skill. It was unnecessary. And we'll use Wicked Slice. Maybe we could have gotten a crit. Well, we didn't get a crit, but we did get some benefit. Oh, well, there's that extra jade, yeah? Still, 2 jade is, what's 750 gold? Whereas our extra gold stack is currently at 1100, so I still stand by my decision. Now, on the other hand, are 3 deeds worth more than 6 crests, or 2 portraits, or 3 busts? Also, 1 blood. 1 blood could be more valuable than 2 citrine. Yeah, I think that's the case there. And I think we are going to throw away 6 crests to take 3 deeds. And then we just got to backtrack to our quest location. And we will be able to pick that up and get out of here without really suffering too much as a result. A pretty by-the-numbers run that was fairly profitable. I don't normally have this much gold come out of a run that does not feature a an antiquarian. Okay, wait, back out of this. Let's eat. I don't know if anyone really needs food, and as I've said before, I don't know if having max health when you end an adventure means anything. But it feels like I'm doing them a favor, one way or another. So let's return to the hamlet. And our money total... Excuse me? There we go. Almost 11,000 plus the 6,700 plus our trinket and 6 more crests. I'd say that was pretty good. What did these guys pick up? Positive or negative traits? Okay, well there's an extra disease and nymphomania. What? Okay, so it's a positive quirk. More stress healed in the brothel. I don't know if I've noticed that quirk before. Alright, so with the caregivers, convention, treatment ward is free, medical ward is free. This is something I am quite a fan of. Shiro is going to get his poops cleared with, so that's free. And then also, Bonell here, he is going to get healing skills while camping, or yeah, let's get rid of the worries. That's definitely the worst. And if we get lucky, it'll also get rid of his bulimia. Then let's look at Houdini, who we've got a lot invested in. He's a very powerful character. I like him. We are going to get rid of Tuckered Out because we don't want him to have reduced damage when he's at low health. I mean, he's a flagellant. That's kind of his thing. And who else did we see who had an expensive thing that maybe we wanted to get rid of? Fragile, probably not so great on someone like that. What has Kinna got? Kinna's maybe not that great of a character. No offense intended to the real life Kinna, in case she happens to be listening. But yeah, I think let's get rid of Fragile on our Crusader. Those are good investments for freedom. Well, for free. And we have we're back up to 41,000, so we're about 10,000 down, almost 15,000 down from where we started the episode. Although part of that was not recorded because I was messing with the minutia of the game, which is less interesting to watch me muddle through menus. What are we going to do tomorrow? That is a good question that you've asked. Let's see. We could boost the wield further. And trigger Caregivers Convention again. That may not be a bad idea. This is the Fasting Seal. That can be used by anyone. This is the Berserk Charm. Increased damage, but increased stress. And reduced virtue chance. The Ruins has got a lot of medium stuff going on here. Plague Doctor, that's a huge blight chance, but at the cost of making them very fragile. Recovery Charm, that's good if you can redirect all the damage into one person. Dark Tambourine, probably less useful for us. Alright, I'm thinking we might want to just trigger Caregivers Convention again. Send out a low-level team, like this group of folks here. There's a fair amount of blight resist going on in this area, so maybe lag might not be an effective choice. But maybe we can go this here. Digby. What's Digby's skills? Yeah, I mean, he could do his advance. At the start of combat. Then we have... Okay, I mean, yeah. Invigorating Vapor, Fortifying Vapors we can't use from the front row. Nor can we use Invigorating Vapors. Okay. Flash Powder, Get Down, or Festering Vapors. Maybe. We could have her use protect me constantly from the front row and act like a tank. And then we heal like this. So our damage might be a little bit low. That's my only concern with this particular group. And we will have to pay for a few upgrades on these guys. Who's going? Digby's going. He's already got his upgrades. She needs upgrades. And upgrades, I guess. And then in the guild, Digby's already gotten what he needs. We need to buff that. Bolo we should mark. Battlefield Bandage, I mean, I'll buff it, but we don't really need it in this group. Now I'm kind of thinking maybe we don't need the healer at all, and instead we take lag, and we just give him increased blight. Yeah. I'm a fan of this. Okay, so let's put lag like there, and we'll mark the team as such. I still got to put trinkets on them. I am going to cut the episode off here. Let me know how you think this party setup looks, if it's going to function. We'll find that out for real tomorrow morning, but if you guys have any advisory cautions to that layout or predictions as to how it's going to go ahead and leave them in the comments. Let me know what you think. We will be back tomorrow with another episode. We are continuing forward. We are going to be fighting mostly those veteran bosses for a little while here, and once our contagion, does it tell us what the contagion levels are at here? This is tells us the path to the boss. I don't think it tells us what the contagion level is. Oh, maybe that's here. Yeah? All is quiet. The swarms have receded to the swampy ruins of the citadel. Infestation, none. Alright, so we have no infestation right now. And so we're not going to be running into bloodsuckers. We don't have a risk of turning into vampires. We picked up one blood. So it's still out there. But it's going to be a rare drop. So nobody risking turning into a vampire. Once the bloodsuckers start showing up again, then we'll be able to go back into the courtyard and face this next boss, the served cold. The Viscount invites you to a loathsome dinner. So that's probably going to be another big exploration. This is going to continue to shift, so who knows what we'll get from it, but we will absolutely get the Viscount spices. 100% healing when eating if has the Crimson Curse. 100% food consumed if had the Princess... Oh, that doesn't seem good. But, alright. Interesting. Alright, well thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're having a good start to your week. I will be back, as I said, tomorrow with our next adventure, and I am hoping for thrilling things to happen. Enjoy your day.